भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, so welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you for taking your precious time and coming to attend this Gita class. We are continuing our discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on second chapter, contents of Gita summarized. So far, Krishna has described how we are not this body, we are soul. Lamenting for the material temporary things is a symptom of a foolish person. Intelligent person, he always thinks for that which is permanent benefit. He doesn't focus on the temporary things of this world. And that's why Krishna chastised Arjuna. You are behaving like Pandit, speaking like Pandit, but you are actually a fool, a Panditaha. Most of the times in this world, people are running after the temporary things. As His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he was once telling that if you want to know how rich you are, count the things you have which money can't buy. What are the things which money can't buy? We can buy medicine, we can't buy good health immediately. We can buy soft beds, we can't buy sleep. We can buy good food, we can't buy appetite. So it is very, very important to invest in that which is eternal, which is not destroyed by time. And that is the process of Krishna consciousness. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is what is described in Bhagavad Gita in great detail. And the process of Bhakti is very simple one, but it is not the easy one. It is simple but not easy. Why it is simple? क्योंकि केवल चैंटिंग करना है. Why it is not easy? क्योंकि केवल चैंटिंग करना है. Because when we sit for chanting, then the mind goes everywhere. To be focused on chanting is very difficult. So the process of spirituality is a training to our mind. If we are not training our mind to focus on Krishna, it will not happen automatically one day. One day morning you get up and you are perfectly Krishna conscious. It will not happen. It is a hard work. Some people work hard, some people hardly work. So we have to work hard. Just coming to Krishna, just coming for Bhagavad Gita classes अच्छा क्लास हो जाता है संडे इवनिंग को, थोड़ा एसी भी रहती है तो नींद भी अच्छी आ जाती है. इट इज अ ग्रेट एंडेवर टू कम फॉर गीता क्लास. उसमें भी बड़ा मेहनत है, उसमें भी मन हजार रीजन देता है आज क्यों नहीं जाना है. वाई वी शुड नॉट गो टुडे. एनीवन कैन ऑनेस्टली टेल मी आज किसके मन में आया कि आज नहीं जाते हैं? किसके मन में आया था आज? और किसी के मन में नहीं आया. एक ही ऑनेस्ट है व्यक्ति इधर. किसी के मन में और आया होगा 100%. हाथ नहीं उठा रहे हैं लोग. नहीं आया तो अच्छा है, बट आता ही है. माइंड गिव्स सम रीजंस कि आज ना पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. आई एम सो बिजी टुडे, यू नो. मैं घर में बैठ के ज्यादा चैंटिंग कर लूंगा, और आई विल सी सम वीडियो ऑनलाइन टुडे, बट आज क्लास में नहीं जाएंगे. So that's the role of the mind. But a determined person means whatever may happen, I have decided I will go. That is a determination. That makes us different from other entities. Our determination. And Arjun, he was wavering in his determination to fight and serve Krishna. So this whole Bhagavad Gita is taught to Arjun to make his determination strong. And that is what Krishna achieved in the end. And Krishna asks Arjun, Arjun, कुछ समझा कि नहीं? Or I am ready to repeat it again. Arjun says, Nashto moho smriti labdva totprasadat mayachuta. Oh Krishna, all my illusion is gone. Karishye vachanam tava. Now I am determined to follow what you are saying. So that is the whole process of Bhakti Yoga. When we are determined to do what is instructed by scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, what is taught by the teachers, whatever my mind says, but I will do it. That is the practice of sadhana bhakti. That's what we are trying to do. Sadhana bhakti. Sadhana means it is a practice. For some great souls, it is spontaneous. They don't have to be reminded कि आज माला करनी है, आज कथा सुननी है. No, it is spontaneous for them, for some great souls. For Srila Prabhupada, for example, it was natural for him to be Krishna conscious. For us, it is our sadhana. वो साधन है हमारे लिए. It's a practice. Whether we like it or not, but I will do it. कृति साध्या भवेत् साध्या भावा सा साधना विधा. नित्य सिद्धस्य भावस्य प्राकट्यम हृदि साध्यता. When we are following the rules and regulations of the scriptures, using our body and mind and senses, even though we don't have any taste for it. For most of us, we are not so much attracted to chanting. For us, our chanting is our daily habit. Because सुनते हैं, हर संडे सुनते हैं तो वही करना ही चाहिए. It is not now coming from within as a wow, मजा आता है. मजा नहीं, कभी कभी तो सजा लगती है. लगता है क्यों फंस गए इसमें, जल्दी तो नहीं आ गए, गड़बड़ तो नहीं कर दी, मेरे बाकी फ्रेंड्स तो मजे कर रहे हैं. संडे इवनिंग को कोई भगवत गीता सुनता है क्या? संडे इवनिंग को, संडे इवनिंग तो पार्टी टाइम है. आपके फ्रेंड्स भी बोलते हो क्या हो गया, कुछ ठीक है ना, सब गड़बड़ तो नहीं है कुछ. संडे इवनिंग को तो गीता क्लास में मतलब कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, तभी तो जाते हैं लोग. ना कोई उमंग है, ना कोई तरंग है, ऐसा कुछ हो गया है क्या? So what's the problem? So we have to train our mind, we have to train our intelligence, that this is the most important thing. And that is what Krishna is doing with Arjun, training his mind, training his consciousness. So we are on the 50th verse? Yeah. So last few verses are very, very important verses. We have heard Krishna described what is actual work. Karmanyev adhikar. Our only right is to work. We are not entitled to the results. That means we should not work for the results. Results will come for sure. And last time we discussed what is actual Yeah, 48th verse Krishna described what is actual yoga. When we are equipoised in all the ups and downs of our life. And 49th verse Krishna described why we should be away from the material calculations. ये करने से ये होगा, ये करने से अच्छा होगा, ये करने से बुरा होगा. Sometimes you have to keep aside all these अच्छा बुरा वाला calculation. Because our mind will always say, आज तक कितनी भगवद गीता क्लास अटेंड की, कुछ जीवन में परिवर्तन हुआ? As it is है भगवद गीता की तरह, कुछ नहीं परिवर्तन हो रहा है, छोड़ दो. So we have to understand whether you like it or not, we have to do it. That's a training. Now in the 50th verse, another very interesting verse, we'll recite that. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Translation, somebody can read.
A man engaged in devotional service rides himself of both good and bad reactions, even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work.
Okay. So yoga is the art of all work. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. It is the art of all work. We have to learn this art of yoga. We keep on learning so many things. This is the art we have to learn. Art of time management, art of discipline, so many things we learn. But this is the most important art we have to learn. Art of all work, that is yoga. Buddhi yukto. Yukta means when we are connected. When our intelligence is connected to the Lord by the process of devotional service. Buddhi yukto jahatiha. Jahatiha means gives up. When one gives up all the things which are coming from good and bad activities. Some good reactions will come, some bad reactions will come. A person is not disturbed by any good or bad reactions. Ubhe sukrita dushkrite. Sukriti, dushkriti. Sukriti means the good activity. Dushkriti means the bad activity. So a person who is practicing bhakti yoga, he should not be so much concerned about इस ये करने से पुण्य होगा, ये करने से पाप होगा, ये पुण्य करेंगे. He goes beyond the punya and pap. Because punya and pap both are binding. Either you do a good activity or a bad activity, both are binding. It's like bathing in Ganga purifies one of all the sins. Bathing in Yamuna, you know what happens? Purifies one of all the punya also. यमुना में स्नान नहीं किया ना कोई? बोले अच्छा हुआ नहीं किए. प्रयाग में तो यमुना भी है, गंगा भी है, सब है. तो मतलब गया पुण्य आपका. But the bathing in Yamuna not just gives ordinary punya, it gives the supreme punya of the bhakti. That is the highest punya one can get. Because she is also the reservoir of devotion to the Lord. Bhraturantakasya pattane vipattiharini prekshayati papinopi papa sindhutarini Mira madhuri bhirapya shesha chitta bandhini mam punatu sarvadara vinda bandhunandini. One of the prayers, it is 8 verses written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one of the great devotees. Bhratur antakasya. Who is the brother of Yamuna? Yamraj. Yam or Yamuna. Combination अच्छा है. इनके पास कौन जाता है? One who does sinful activity. और यमुना में कौन जाता है? One who does devotional activity. Bhratu antakasya pattane abhipatti harini. One who protects one from going to the abode of her brother, Yamraj. Prekshayati papinopi papa sindhudarini. It can purify one of the ocean of sins. That's the power of Yamuna. But she doesn't stop there. After purifying one of the sins, she gives devotion to Krishna. Mira madhuri bhirapya shesha chitta bandhini. And the waters of Yamuna, they are very pure, nectarine water. Mam punatu sarvada Arvinda bandhu nandini. Oh Arvinda bandhu nandini. Arvinda means lotus. Arvinda bandhu, that is Surya. Arvinda bandhu nandini. That's a poetic way of telling Yamuna. Lotus, the friend of lotus, and the daughter of the friend of lotus, that is Yamuna Devi. So a devotee is not interested in good activity, bad activity, because naturally he does not do anything sinful. He doesn't have to even think about that कि भाई पाप नहीं करना है अभी. That is the natural outcome of a very steady devotee. We naturally follow the four principles. No meat eating, no intoxication, gambling, illicit sex life, no intoxication including tea, coffee. प्रभु जी, यहाँ तक तो ठीक था. चाय कॉफी मत लाइए, उसमें तो अपना जीवन शुरू होता है. वो नहीं हुआ तो सिस्टम चालू नहीं होता है. हाँ, हाँ, तो कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ेगा. So you have to understand what we want. All of us have sacrificed something to get something right. जीवन में कभी कभी कुछ तो छोड़ा रहेगा ना. कल अभी एग्जाम है तो आज मूवी नहीं देखेंगे, आज आईपीएल नहीं देखेंगे, वर्ल्ड कप नहीं देखेंगे. We have sacrificed so many things. बच्चों के लिए कितना त्याग करते हैं. So why not do some त्याग for the highest benefit of ourselves and our family? That is the highest benefit. छोटी छोटी material things will stay in this world only, but this one sacrifice, little sacrifice. But प्रभु जी little, आपके लिए little है. But you know what happens is when we start practicing chanting, all these wrong things or the things which are not favorable for spiritual life, they go away automatically. We don't have to endeavor also. We just have to be focused on chanting. And rest everything will go away automatically if we are sticking to this one process of chanting, because chanting is the most purifying activity. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. When we chant the names of the Lord, practice devotional service, what happens? Two things happen. Janayati, what takes birth? Janayati Ashu Vairagya and Jnana. One starts getting detached from the unfavorable things. Automatically it happens. And one acquires knowledge about Krishna. Jnana and Vairagya, they come naturally. So devotee is not so much concerned about good and bad, because that becomes natural for him or her. So in 38th verse, Krishna told Arjun, Tato yuddhaya yujyasva. Fight. Yuddhaya yujyasva. If you see the 38th verse, Krishna says in that, Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva. Engage in fight. And here, what is he saying? He is saying, Tasmad yogaya yujyasva. He is saying, engage in fight to engage in yoga. This is a transition which Krishna is taking Arjuna through. So for different people, there are different types of yoga which are mentioned. Brahmanas, they connect to Lord in different way. Kshatriyas, they connect to Lord in different way. So when one is engaged in yoga, yoga karmasu kaushalam. Yoga, Krishna says, Prabhupada writes, it is the art of all work. That means it is not about material expertise. It is about developing our connection with the Lord. That is the expertise which the spiritual practitioner develops. He is expert in connecting with the Lord. Wherever he or she may be, he is expert in connecting with the Lord. That is the art. That is yoga. That is the meaning of yoga, right? Yoga means to connect. So a devotee becomes expert in connecting to the Lord in all the circumstances. Whatever happens in his life, he is expert in bringing Krishna in the picture. How can I think about Krishna in this situation? That is the art we have to learn. That is called as yoga karmasu kaushalam. Always think about making any type of activity Krishna conscious. That means, okay, I'm doing this activity. How can I make it Krishna conscious activity? I'm taking care of my children. How can I make it Krishna conscious? I will raise my child in such a way that he will become great devotee. And I will become conscious of Krishna more. If I'm working, how can I make it Krishna conscious? Whatever I'll earn, I'll try to engage that in service of the Lord and bring my family closer to the Lord. So that's how we have to learn this art. Use your intelligence. Buddhi yukto. We have to use our intelligence to somehow or other bring our consciousness on Krishna. Otherwise, it is not so easy. Buddhi yukto jahati iha. Iha means in this world. It is not that after death we will get liberation. No, we can be connected to the Lord while living. We can be liberated while living. That is the art we are learning here. Mukti is not about dying and then will become liberated. Mukti is about being conscious of Krishna in all circumstances. Whatever we are doing, we are conscious of Krishna. We are understanding our dependence on Krishna. So this is the art we have to learn, And the more we practice devotional service by chanting, by reading, by associating with devotees, we understand these principles slowly. This is the art of bringing out the best in worst situations. Just like we have heard about the story of Narada Muni. When he was in his past life, he was a small boy. Small boy, Narada, 5 years old boy, only his mother. In one rainy season, the devotees of the Lord, Bhakti Vedantis, they came, and mother and the child, they were both engaged in serving these devotees. And the small boy would get prasad for them. Mother would cook, and he would serve. He would clean the place, he would wash the plates, and whatever sometimes the remnants, some of the prasad was remaining, and these devotees would give him out of their mercy, he would take it. Just by these small things, he became purified. Uchishtalepan anumodito dvijai sakrit svabhunje tadapasta kilbishai evam pravrittasya vishuddha chetasas tadharma evatma ruchi prajayate. Ruchi prajayate. Just by doing all these things, taking the uchishta means jhutha khaya. Sometimes these devotees would give him some of the remnants. Anumodito sakrit svabhunje. Just by doing all these things, he was purified of all the sins. Apasta kilbisha. Kilbisha means sins. Evam pravrittasya, and engaging in this way, vishuddha chetasa. His chetana, his consciousness became purified. Tadharma evatma ruchi prajayate. And the process of bhakti became attractive to him. For us, now the process of bhakti is not attractive so much. We like it a little bit. That's why we are coming, attending. It is wonderful. But अंदर से नहीं आता है. It's like how we are attracted to all the old things. Movie निकली पहले तो अरे मूवी देखना है, मजा आएगा. अंदर से आता है वो. वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है, मजा आएगा. चलो. वर्ल्ड कप देखने के लिए वो लोग यहाँ से अहमदाबाद में हो रहा था ना. Sorry for my ignorance. तो यहाँ से टिकट लेके गए और ये 50,000 का भी टिकट मिला तो बोनस ही है ऐसा. So उसके लिए नैसर्गिक ही रहती है. That is spontaneous attraction. But that is not there now. But whatever we have, little bit we have developed by the mercy of the Lord and the devotees. Try to fan it. Keep on doing it. So Narad Muni became attracted. One day, so after these devotees went after 4 months, his mother, she was a very poor lady. She had nobody to help her. One day she went to the forest to milk a cow and she was bitten by a serpent and she died. So now this is the very very disturbing situation. बेचारी एक ही माँ का एक ही बच्चा और बच्चे की एक ही माँ. Now mother is gone. Now if something like this happens to anyone, what will that person think? मैंने भगवान आपके लिए इतना सेवा किया, इतना आपके भक्तों का सेवा किया. This is what you are giving me. But what Narad thought? तदा तदहमीशस्य भक्तानां शम्मभीप्सितः अनुग्रहं मन्यमाना प्रातिष्ठं दिशमुत्तराम्. He said, this is extreme mercy of the Lord. That's why some things have happened in my life. Bhaktanam sham, because the Lord never desires ill for his devotees. There must be a plan of the Lord behind this. So that is the vision we have to develop. In good situations and bad situations, try to see the plan of the Lord. Sukhe thako, dukhe thako, sada hari bole thako. In whatever situation, try to remember Krishna. Try to make Krishna as the center of your life. Because if we are not bringing Krishna in the center and if we are thinking, I am in the center, I am the controller, Ishwaroham maham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. That's what Krishna says in the 16th chapter. I am the controller. That is a demoniac person. Asuri pravritti means I am the controller. I am very strong. I am so happy. I had so many enemies. I have destroyed and defeated them. This is remaining. I'll destroy him also and then I'll enjoy. But unfortunately, all our plans, they are spoiled in due course of time. And people start thinking, kya ho chal raha hai? But when we come to Krishna consciousness, we understood whatever has happened, it is just a little bit. It is the tip of the iceberg. Itna sara hone wala tha. Just like one time, there was a man walking and a cycle wala came and hit him. This person fell. And as this person is getting up, a cycle wala bolta, you are so fortunate. पागल हो गया क्या? एक तो मेरे को मारा, ऊपर से बोल रहा है यू आर फॉर्चुनेट. बोलता अरे मैं रोज ट्रक चलाता था, साइकिल चला रहा हूँ. So we don't know what was in store for us. We deserved much more. But Krishna is giving just a sample. And we are complaining, क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ? We should be happy, इतना ही हो रहा है. बोले इतना प्रभु जी, इतना नहीं है, बहुत सारा है. Just imagine, इतना सा हमको बहुत सारा लग रहा है, तो what was the original stock which was about to come? तत्तेनुकंपा सुसमीक्षमानो भुञ्जानो एवात्मकृतं विपाकम् हृदमाग्वपुर्भिर्विदधन् नमस्ते जीवेतयो मुक्तिपदे सदा यभाक्. Brahma ji is offering this prayer. He is saying, oh my Lord, it is your extreme anukampa, tatte anukampa, extreme mercy, बहुत कृपा हो गई आपकी. You have given me this problem. Because I deserved much more, you have given me very little of it. So for us, our problems may not look very little. Our problems, they look like, बाप रे इतना सारा प्रॉब्लम आ गया है. और प्रभु जी तो ऐसे कुछ भी बोलते रहते हैं, तो क्या जाता है बोलने. But that is the reality. The devotees, they never go through the intense, difficult, hellish situations. The devotee will never go to hell. Even if the devotee does something sinful. And whatever reaction comes, that is minimized. इतना था, इतना ही मिला. So that is how a devotee is always grateful. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he always says that gratitude is not a part of bhakti. To be grateful is bhakti. You have to learn to develop this gratitude in whatever aspects we are in, whatever problems and whatever situations we are in. Be grateful. Learn to appreciate our fortune. As today also Maharaj was saying in Vardhaniko village, when we learn to appreciate what we have received, then we will practice bhakti with all our hearts. Now we are thinking, ठीक है, अभी मिल गया है तो रख लेते हैं, प्रभु जी भी क्या याद करेंगे, chanting कर लेते हैं. We are not, because we are not aware of what is being given to us. If somebody is distributing diamond, diamond है, रखना है, भारी लग रहा है, फेंक दें क्या? That is the problem of a living entity. The highest is given, still the mind thinks नहीं, आज मूड नहीं हो रहा है, बाद में लेंगे. आज डायमंड बट रहा है ना, कल जाके लेंगे. That is how foolish Kali-yuga people are. They are not interested in spiritual life. They are not interested in names of Krishna. आश्चर्यम् एतद्धि मनुष्य लोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायण गोचराणि त्यक्त्वा न्यवाचा कुहका पठन्ति. So very astonishing. आश्चर्य. What is आश्चर्य? Sudham parityajya visham pibanti. People are drinking poison, giving up nectar. The names of the Lord, they are nectar. उसको छोड़ के क्या पी रहे हैं? Newspaper, politics, geopolitics, what is going on? किसने ईरान ने कितने मिसाइल छोड़े, अमेरिका ने किसने कितने मिसाइल छोड़े और कौन सा ऑयल का ये ब्लास्ट किया और वो स्टेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज में क्या हो रहा है. Sometimes people they know all the details. जितना वो उन लोगों को भी मालूम नहीं होगा कि हमने कितने मिसाइल छोड़ दिए. इंडिया में बैठा हुआ, गांव में झुमरी तलैया में बैठा हुआ व्यक्ति भी सब जानता है. What difference it makes in their life? They feel just excited. I know so many things. As if award मिलने वाला है. Just wasting time. So we have to understand this is a rare treasure which is given to us. Why we are wasting? Time is a valuable treasure. Don't waste it. Then people say time नहीं है. Time सबके पास है. There is no lack of time. There is lack of desire. If you have desire, you will find time. It is not problem of time. It is the problem of here. यहाँ पे ये इधर नहीं है. इच्छा नहीं है. मन नहीं है. We'll find time if we like to do. So therefore it is very, very important that we have come to this very wonderful process. Don't miss it. As our Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, one of the very senior devotee, he always says this. He asks this question, Maharaj, how to see that we don't miss the bus? We want to go to spiritual world. वो bus निकल तो नहीं जाएगी. And if you have missed your bus anytime, missed your train anytime, ट्रेन का पीछे वाला X दिखा है. ये बस 1 मिनट पहले पहुंचते तो बस पकड़ लेते थे ट्रेन. So our train of spiritual life is also going. We have to be on time. नहीं तो हम लोग सोचते हैं बस बाद में जाएंगे. You have to be very, very alert and understand the value of what we have received. You have to understand our fortune. Prabhupada writes in the purport, since time immemorial, each living entity has accumulated various kinds of good and bad work. As such, he is continuously ignorant of his real constitutional position. What is our real constitutional position? We are supposed to serve. We can't avoid serving. We are always servant. Although we don't like this word servant, but we are always serving somebody or other. Nobody can say I am not serving anyone. Can any husband say, I am not serving my wife? No, dare not say. बोलना भी लग भी रहा है तो बोलिए मत. Can any wife say, I am not serving my family and husband? No. Can anyone say, I am not serving my nation or society? Everybody is serving. If we are not serving anyone, we are serving our bodies. And if there is nobody to serve, Sri Prabhupada would say, people get a dog and they serve the dog. सेवा तो करनी है, तो मनुष्यों की नहीं करेंगे तो पशुओं की करेंगे. You can't live without serving. So why not serve the Supreme Lord? Because service to the Lord purifies the mind, purifies the heart. When we hear about the Lord, it purifies the mind. Yasya khilami vahavi sumangalai vacho vimishra gunakarma janmabhi prananti shumbhanti punanti vai jagat yastad virakta shavashobhanamati. All the sins, akhila, all, amiva, sins, havi, gets destroyed. Sumangalai, all auspiciousness is created when? Vacho vimishra gunakarma janmabhi, when we hear the name, form, pastimes of the Lord. They give life. They enliven this world. If this is not there, it is all decoration of a dead body. Shava Shobhanamati. Anybody would like to spend their money on decorating a dead body? There are people in the Western world, they plan what will be put in their funeral. They make all the arrangements. मेरे को कौन सा वाला grave में लेके जाना, कौन सा कपड़ा पहनाना, and how much, what all to be put. Shava Shobhanamati. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japa Tapa Apranasya Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. Apranasya Deha, if the body is without life, what is the use of decorating the body? So that is a problem. We are not decorating the soul, putting all the hard work in decorating the body.
Everything is buried.
Yeah, वो जो अपने pyramids है ना वो. So that's how the constitutional position is to serve, but when we don't serve the Lord, then we start serving so many people and we get frustrated. One's ignorance can be removed by the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, which teaches one to surrender. Surrender to Krishna. Surrender, we don't want to surrender. Surrender is a very difficult word. But when we surrender to the Lord, then naturally all the good things they start. Just like a small child is surrendered to the parents. He knows that my mother, my father will give me everything. So surrender. जो बोलते हैं करेंगे. Because ultimately I know whatever I want will be given by them only. That is surrender. So when we surrender to the Lord, whatever we want to be happy, that is automatically given. Prabhupada writes, one becomes liberated from the chained victimization of action and reaction. Arjuna is therefore advised to act in Krishna consciousness, the purifying process of resultant action. Krishna consciousness is all purifying. It purifies one thoroughly. One time there was a person, he was running away from police. He had made some robbery and he was a big thief. And the entire police was searching. He was running in the Western world, somewhere it is happening. And as he is running, he is trying to find where should I hide. He finds a Hare Krishna temple. Idhar ghus jate hain. He enters and he says, I want to stay here. And the beginning days of ISKCON and devotees were also less. So anybody comes and says, I want to stay, he was given a red carpet welcome. आइए, क्या चाहिए आपको? So he said, I want to stay here. He said, for that you have to shave your head. कुछ भी चलेगा. You have to get up 3:30. अरे 3 बजे उठूंगा. You have to chant 16 rounds. I will chant more. So then he started staying. And then every day he was getting up at 3:30 attending Mangal Aarti, chanting 16 rounds, then attending Guru Puja, Shringar Darshan, Bhagavatam with no heart. मतलब कुछ मन है, it's natural. Oh, he is not come there for bhakti, but बचना है ना पुलिस से. He has to make a show of all this. बेचारा माला कर रहा है. जैसे बच्चों से माला कराते हैं ना कभी कभी, बिना मन के माला करते हैं ना, करते हैं क्योंकि बस अभी खत्म होगा तो प्रसाद मिलेगा लग रहा है, कुछ टेम्पटेशन देना पड़ता है. I told you one time in the long back, many years back in our temple there was a orphanage. And their students were there, छोटे बच्चे थे, and they were told to chant every day, one round at least. And no child likes to chant. And our Radha Gopinath Prabhu, one of the very senior devotees in our temple, who take the program earlier here, he was in charge of taking care of all the students, Gurukul. And one boy, on one Sunday morning, he has his hand in his bead bag and he's very enthusiastically, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. तो प्रभु जी बोले इधर क्या चल रहा है? चैंटिंग कर रहा हूँ, मजा आ रहा है. बोले इधर बीड बैग दिखा. बीड बैग में there was no beads. ऐसा ही हिला रहे हो, हरे कृष्णा, मजा आ रहा है. So none of the child they like to chant. So that's the problem, you know. So what was the context I was speaking? Story बता रहा था उसका, thief का. So he was बेचारा chanting, doing all the things. He would go for doing book distribution also. He had never read a book and he is doing book distribution. Bhagavad Gita लो, आपका जीवन सुधर जाएगा. Shout. The Western one, he was saying something. And that's how days, weeks passed by. But the power of bhakti is such that even if you make a show of it, Krishna takes the good part out of it. Krishna sees at least दिखावा तो कर रहा है ना, क्लास में आके सो रहा है ना, चलेगा, घर पे तो नहीं है ना. Just like Putna, she came in the dress of Krishna. But what Krishna took? He took the good part. Putana loka balagni rakshashi rudhirasana jigamsaya haraye stanam dattva pasadgatim. She came to kill Krishna and Krishna gave her position of mother in the spiritual world. So Brahmaji is telling Krishna, what is remaining for you to give to Brajvasis? Sadvesha divaputana pisakula tvameva deva pita yadham artha surit priya atma tanaya prana shayas tvakrite. Hare, this Putana came in the dress of a devotee, you gave her position of mother. आपके पास ये ब्रजवासियों को देने के लिए बचा है कुछ? They gave everything for you. धाम, अर्थ, सुरित, तनया, आत्मा अपने आप को दे दिए. So that is Krishna. So by this process of imitating the activities of bhakti, he started getting purified. He started doing those activities sincerely. And after 6 months, he realized, he actually came to this understanding that I am making a big mistake. I am cheating Krishna. I am cheating these devotees. He went to the temple president and said, Prabhuji, I have to make a confession. So he thought, कुछ गलती क्या हुआ छोटा मोटा? He said, Prabhuji, I have heard this person's name. Arey, he is a big thief. He said, I am that. So temple president got a heart attack. What are you saying, Prabhu? You are such a wonderful devotee. Yes, Prabhuji, I was running away from police. I entered this place to save myself. He said, whatever you may be, now you go and surrender to police. Because वो बोला डर गया, he thought police जिधर आएगी सबको लेके जाएगी. So he was such a transformed person, he went to police station and he surrendered. And the police was shocked. And we are searching you for 6 months. How come you are coming on your own? He said, no, I had some realizations. Okay, anyways, he was on trial, he was presented in court. And the judge asked, what was your daily schedule in that Hare Krishna temple? What were you doing there? He said, every day I would get up 3:30 in the morning, take a cold water bath, then attend half an hour of prayers, then chant for 2 hours of meditation, then chant for the Lord and do seva and do go out for book distribution and come out and wash the vessels. The judge said, this is worse than jail, you go back. So somehow he was set free also. He came back to temple, Prabhuji, I am back. So that is the glory of Krishna consciousness. One gets purified. So sinners like Jagai Madhai got purified. Why we will not get purified? So that is the process of bhakti. Only thing required is our sincere efforts. If we are not sincere, then even if we are sincere, it will not make change. सालों साल भी आएंगे ना if we are not sincere. Maharaj would repeat a statement many times. Today also, yesterday also, he made this statement in Gordhaniko village. Sincere, serious and without ulterior motives. This is a devotee. Sincere, serious, without ulterior motives. Sincere means I really want it. I don't want to just make a show, and I'm serious about it. You know, when do you say somebody is a serious? ये बहुत serious है यार. मतलब ऐसा मुंह बना के घूमता है उसको serious बोलते हैं क्या? When do you call somebody as a serious person? हाँ जी? Focused, engrossed. हाँ जी? तत्पर है वो. So we have to be serious, absorbed कि भाई यही करना है, and ulterior motives, without ulterior. That means why I'm going to this Krishna consciousness process. I don't want something of this world. Okay, जो चाहिए वो तो मिल ही जाएगा, भगवान दे ही देंगे. But that is not my primary motive of coming here. I want to develop my connection with the Lord. That's the most important thing. Many lifetimes I have not done this. कामादिनां कतिन कतिथा पालिता दुर्निदेशा तेषां जाता मयि न करुणा न कृपानोपशान्ति. Prabhupada would quote this many times. This devotee is making a prayer. He said, oh my Lord, Kamadinam, all my anarthas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsalya, we have all these. है ना? आवाज नहीं आ रही है कि नहीं? है तो जोर से हरि बोल बोलिए. Kamadinam katina katita palita durinidesha. Oh my Lord, I have served my anarthas for many, many lifetimes. Whatever my anger, envy, greed wanted, I have given it. Loyal servant. But they are so ungrateful. In this world also, if you serve a master for 50-60 years, retirement हो जाता है ना. 65 कितना है retirement? 68. 58. ठीक है, जो भी है 5-10 साल ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है ना रिटायरमेंट. हाँ ठीक है, अल्टीमेटली मिलता है ना. But these are so ungrateful, they have never given me retirement. इन करोड़ों जन्मों से सेवा कर रहा हूँ उनकी मैं. तेषां जाता मयि न करुणा न कृपा नोपशान्ति. No karuna, no compassion, no relief, no peace. शांति भी नहीं मिली अभी तक इनकी सेवा करके. Oh my Lord, in this life I have given up serving these senses. At least decide तो किया है. Decide किया है ना हमने कि भाई आज के बाद सर्विंग नहीं करेंगे. But still we are forced to do it because of our conditioning. Now my Lord, please help me and take me in your shelter. Tvam ayata sharanam. I have come to your shelter. It's like Vibhishan when he came to take shelter of Lord Ram. Next week is Ram Navami. When Vibhishan came to take shelter of Lord Ram, he says, oh my Lord, you told all the monkey soldiers that you go and please tell Lord Ram, please accept me immediately. Because by nature I am a demon. If Ram doesn't accept me immediately, my mind may change. Nivedayat mam Shipram. Shipram. Quickly tell him to accept me. Nivedan karo jaake. Nivedayat mam Shipram Raghavaya Mahatmane. Raghava, Lord Ram is Mahatma. He is a very magnanimous person. He will accept me. Tell him. Nivedayat mam Shipram Raghavaya Mahatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya. He can give shelter to entire universe. Please tell him to give me shelter also. Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Vibhishana Upasthitam. I am Vibhishana, I have come here. Please tell him to accept me. So that is what we have to make our prayer should be. I have tried to serve my senses, serve my family, serve my ego. कितने मनी जन्मों जन्मों सेवा की इनकी. आज ये जन्म में at least I have understood this. I have to serve Krishna. That will give me peace. And the process of serving begins from Sevonmukhehi Jihva Adav. The process of serving begins with engaging our tongue. What we do with our tongue? Chanting and tasting. So these two processes we have to just engage in Krishna's service. Chant the names of the Lord and take prasad. प्रसाद ही खाना है, प्रसाद भी नहीं खाना है. That is no अंतर है ना प्रसाद ही और प्रसाद भी में. नहीं समझ रहे हैं लग रहा है. बहुत बड़ा अंतर है. प्रसाद भी खा लेते हैं ब्रज हम लोग, उसको भी समझ रहा है. So when we take this decision that I will take only prasad, उसके लिए प्रसाद बनना पड़ेगा घर पे, उसके लिए कांदा लहसुन बंद करना पड़ेगा, चाय कॉफी बंद करना पड़ेगा. बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन है. सेवोन्मुखेहि जिह्वा आदौ. Serving the Lord begins with engaging our tongue. Chant the names of the Lord regularly, attentively, with all your hearts. Pray to the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then we should pray to the Lord that, oh Lord, now I have no taste for chanting. At least I am making this attempt. At least give me the strength to chant every day consistently. And then pray to the Lord to give me taste one day. Someday I should chant also with feelings, with affection, with love, attention. It begins with consistency. Be consistent. Every day. Whatever the mind says, every day I will do it. And slowly increase it. That is the way we express our surrender. Okay, anybody has any questions? Any questions anybody has? Or any thoughts? Okay, yes.
It is
Said
said that you have to do attentive chanting.
नहीं करना ही चाहिए.
So, because of my work schedule, I chant during traveling in train. So, it is of course doesn't come in attentive. So, I have a guilt that what is the point of doing this chanting? Like my mind always says, अरे रख देना attentive तो वैसे भी नहीं है, तो ये भी छोड़ दे. So, what can I do at that?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a problem for many of the devotees. Because of the work, they have to travel for long distances. So it happens. But that guilt should be there. That I want to chant attentively, somehow this is not happening. But at least I'll maintain this number. That number is for our mind. And we should know that this is not the quality chanting I am supposed to do. That should not become the routine activity. We should pray to Krishna always that somehow I want to chant attentively. Quality chanting is important. Please do something for me. Please arrange something so that I can take out my time and do my attentive chanting. Either before traveling or after I come back home. That is what we have to learn. In attentive chanting, it is like firing empty bullets. आवाज तो होती है. It has no effect. But at least we are chanting, we are committed to the number. The more we'll stick to the number, someday, if we are really prayerful, then we will get some intelligence how to chant quality rounds also. Otherwise, if we accept it as a norm, कि भाई ठीक है ना, चलता है ना, 16 माला बोले हैं ना, कर रहे हैं ना 16 माला, हाँ, then it will not work, because it is not about quantity after all. It is about quality. 16 rounds is the minimum Prabhupada has told. It is not the maximum. 16 rounds minimum. Just to give some number to the mind कि भाई इतना तो कर ले, नहीं तो 16 में से 6 निकाल देगा मन. बोले देख anyways you are not chanting quality rounds, right? तो 16 कर या 1 कर क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So at least maintain the number and try your best, endeavor your best to chant quality rounds also. Keep on listening to some devotees who give some sessions on chanting, some japa retreat, japa workshop. Chant with devotees whenever you get time. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. You can increase the echo here.